Imagine being watched your entire life. Every mistake, every emotion, every moment judged by millions. To be the child of two music legends and still try to find your own voice. That was the life of Ike Turner Jr., the son of Tina Turner and Ike Turner. His story is full of music, love, and pain. He watched his parents become famous around the world, but he also saw the struggles that came with fame.
My first guest tonight, well, actually my second guest now, are two of the most exciting and dynamic people in the entertainment business. They break it up wherever they appear. They'll be in concert at the Felt Forum in New York City, October 8th and the 9th. This is their latest album, Hang On to Your Hats. The album is called Ike and Tina Feel Good, and here they are, Ike and Tina Turner.
How do you find peace when your family is always in the headlines? How do you carry a name that means so much to so many? Ike Jr. tried to answer those questions through his music. He learned every instrument, worked in studios, and carried on his parents' legacy in his own way. His life reminds us that behind every song, there's a story. And sometimes, that story is about forgiveness and finding peace. Bright lights and non-stop music, that was the world Ike Turner Jr. was born into. His mother, Tina Turner, was one of the greatest singers in the world, and his father, Ike Turner Sr., was a talented but troubled musician. Ike Jr. was born in 1958 and grew up in a house where music was everywhere. But along with the music came chaos. What happens when fame and family mix? Can love survive when the world is always watching? As a child, Ike Jr. spent more time in tour buses and studios than in classrooms. He watched his parents perform in front of thousands of fans. But behind those smiles and songs, life was not always happy. He saw fights, fear, and pain. When Tina Turner finally escaped from the abusive marriage, everything changed. How does a child cope when his family breaks apart in public? How do you choose between a mother and a father when both are famous and hurt?
Tina, thanks for your time. It's good to talk to you.
Thank you.
First the book, now the movie. Why did you want to do that?
The book was written because I was having a problem with every interviewer talking about my past and with Ike, and I felt that if I told the story of what my life was like there, people would understand why I left. And then they all went crazy to want to know how I stayed there, right?
Even with all this pain, Ike Jr. never left music. He started learning instruments at a young age. His mother encouraged him to keep going, and soon he could play drums, guitar, and piano. Can you imagine having that much talent? He worked as a sound engineer for both his parents and other musicians. In 2006, he helped his father record a blues album that won a Grammy Award. It was one of the proudest moments of his life. Still, he struggled with sadness and loneliness. Fame could not heal the wounds inside him. In interviews, Ike Jr. said music helped him survive. When words failed, sound spoke for him. Isn't it amazing how music can heal when nothing else can? He also tried to forgive his parents and make peace with the past. Before he died at 67, he sent a final message saying he had found peace and was no longer angry. Those words touched many people. They showed that even after a hard life, forgiveness is possible. Ike Turner Jr.'s story teaches us that fame does not always bring happiness. What really matters is peace in the heart, and he spent his life searching for it through music. Ike Turner Jr. knew that feeling all his life. Being the son of two famous musicians, Tina and Ike Turner, meant the world already had expectations for him before he even grew up. How do you make your own name when everyone already knows your parents? Ike Jr. faced that challenge from the start, but instead of running away from it, he turned to music, the same thing that both hurt and healed his family. After his parents separated, Ike Jr. tried to build a new life. He loved playing instruments, writing songs, and working in studios. He formed his own band, called the Love Thang Band, and played blues, soul, and funk. Have you ever tried doing something your parents were good at but wanted to make it your own? That's exactly what Ike Jr. did. He didn't want to be just Tina's son or Ike's son. He wanted to be known for his sound, his heart, and his hard work. Even though he faced many struggles, including addiction and loneliness, Ike Jr. kept creating music. In 2006, he worked with his father on the Grammy-winning album Rising with the Blues. That moment was special because it showed that even after years of family pain, music could bring them together again. Isn't it powerful how art can heal old wounds? Still, Ike Jr. didn't chase fame like his parents. He preferred small concerts, quiet studios, and real moments with real people. His music spoke of forgiveness, survival, and love. When people listened, they didn't just hear tunes, they heard his story. Can music carry memories and emotions from one generation to another? For Ike Jr., it did. In the end, his life became a symbol of redemption. No matter how difficult things were, he kept trying to turn pain into something beautiful. His journey reminds us that everyone deserves a second chance, and that true success isn't about fame, but about peace, love, and purpose. Ike Turner Jr. proved that even after the storm, music and forgiveness can light the way forward. For Ike Turner Jr., peace came quietly near the end of his journey. In 2025, at the age of 67, Ike Jr. passed away at his home in Studio City, California. He had suffered from heart problems for many years, but continued working on his music until his final days. Why do some people keep pushing forward even when their health fails them? Maybe because for Ike Jr., music was not just a career. It was his way of breathing, healing, and remembering. Just hours before he died, Ike Jr. sent a message to a close friend that said, "Tell Mom I'm not angry anymore. Tell her I found peace." Those words touched the hearts of many who knew his story. Can you imagine carrying pain for so long and then finally letting it go? His message showed forgiveness not only for his mother Tina Turner, but also for his past. It was his way of saying goodbye with love instead of bitterness. When news of his death spread, friends, musicians, and fans shared stories of his kindness and quiet strength. He wasn't famous like his parents, but he was deeply respected for his dedication and gentle heart. Isn't it true that some of the most powerful people are the quiet ones who keep going no matter what? Before his death, Ike Jr. had been working on a new album he hoped would honor both his parents. His final song, Echoes of Forgiveness, carried the words, "We all fade into the same song. Some just play it louder." It felt like a message to the world, a reminder that life is short, but peace lasts forever. Ike Turner Jr. finally found his. How do we remember someone who lived in the shadows of legends but still carried light of his own? Ike Turner Jr., the last of Tina Turner's 4 sons, left the world with a quiet grace that touched many hearts. After the deaths of his brothers Craig and Ronnie, his father Ike Sr., and his mother Tina Turner, Ike Jr. became the final chapter of a powerful but painful family story. Isn't it heartbreaking how one family could hold so much talent and so much loss at the same time? Even after losing those closest to him, Ike Jr. never stopped believing in love and music. He often spoke about forgiveness and finding peace, showing a strength that inspired others. When he performed with his tribute group, the Love Thang Band, he kept his parents' songs alive. Have you ever tried honoring someone you lost by keeping their dreams alive? That's what Ike Jr. did every time he stepped on stage. After his death, musicians and fans around the world shared warm memories of him. Music producer Quincy Jones called him a man who carried pain but also carried love through every beat. Others said he had his father's rhythm and his mother's heart. Doesn't it show how one person can be a bridge between two worlds, one of fire and one of grace? At his memorial in Los Angeles, his unreleased song Echoes of Forgiveness was played for family and close friends. The lyrics said, "We all fade into the same song. Some just play it louder." Those words became his legacy, a message of unity, love, and understanding. Ike Turner Jr. may have been the last Turner son, but through his music and forgiveness, he left behind something timeless, peace and love. To Ike Jr. and the people that's watching this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. Better yet, just tune in on our next one.